Yeah, good evening. We're still talking about building brands and what have you. And this one, I think it's related to what I am gradually picking interest in. Like recently, I realized that my life has been deviating gradually into fashion design. Maybe because when I was in Turkey, I was into mainly exportation of wears and all of that. So, and at a point, I got to like pay more attention to this. Like my life is gradually going into fashion design, and I was like, I'm not. I don't really have the fashion sense. I don't even have, of course, and I don't really have, let's say, um, the skills and all of that. And I've been studying, and there is one particular person that I've met so much, which is no one but Vodi, Seyi Vodi, right? And I started picking up interest to look at who Seyi Vodi was and who Seyi Vodi is. How did he start his own journey and all of that? And then, like, I love, inspiring myself, and I just got some few things about him which I would love to actually say it out here. You understand? The amazing thing is, before he went into fashion design, we were able to know that he studied from the University of Maiduguri, and then he graduated from there. He read geology. He studied geology, and he served at Akwa Ibom. Oh wow, where I did my NYC tours as well. Akwa Ibom. Yeah, yeah. You know, so during his national, during his NYC, he learned tailoring by spending time with local tailors, and then gradually he started sewing shirts, boxers for few core members and all of that. And then, so to cut the long story short, you need to actually start from somewhere. You need your humble background to, like, you need to start from a humble background. We shouldn't despise all of that. You understand? So, and then I picked up interest, and I got to find out, like, this particular whole thing, I got it from actually Wikipedia. So after that, his dreams, according to what Wikipedia says or is saying now, his dream was to go into the banking sector initially, and not fashion design, right? So everybody has his own dream. At the point, it might actually, dream to get shifted and all of that. So, well, I tried to find out if he was actually from a very rich home or not, so that I can understand how he actually get to build this whole thing. Wow. And then when I dived into it and I got to understand that, okay, I didn't actually get much about that, whether he is or he was from that background. But all what I know is that while he was growing up, he also hugged sachet water, pure water while growing up, you understand. He searched for jobs after graduation too, as well. And then before he actually started his business with little or no capital, which is actually quite inspiring. And then it's actually quite inspiring. At least I just learned something here. But actually, I couldn't figure out if this hardworking guy is actually from a very rich family or not. But I know he had his own struggles and all of that, which is actually motivating me too as well. And then, so failure for him to secure a job, that's according to Wikipedia. And then that's in 2002, when he made an attempt to go into the banking sector. Instead, instead of seeing it as an end, he treated it as a turning point for him. Right. So he started with little or nothing. He had no proper shop. He sold clothes from home. He carried fabrics in bags, and he delivers to customers and all of that. So gradually, I think one of the things that helped him the most, he was able to build trust. He built trust from customers, and he relied on quality work. I think his work to actually sold him, and all of that. So leaving job security, although he later got the banking job, he resigned and pursued tailoring full time because he believed in his vision. So sometimes when the journey gets very tough, we tend to forget where we are actually coming from and all of that. You understand? And one important thing again that actually got into my mind that I really want to talk about, and what made him stand out. Okay, all right, his exceptional craftsmanship made him to stand out. Attention to details. He was actually paying attention to details. He had a very good customer relationship, so it's not something we need to ignore too as well. And then he continuous improvement from his business and his brand. So I actually got this particular research now from the man building global fashion brand, that is the Guardian News, in March 9, 2003. So, and then what actually made him not to give up, or what inspired him? That's one thing we need to understand, okay? This Seyi Vodi that I'm actually talking about. Failing the bank employment test became his motivation, pushing him to take tailoring seriously instead of giving up. So he identified Japanese entrepreneur, that's Konosuke Matsushita, as one of the greatest inspiration. So he also credit faith in God, perseverance, and committed to excellence as important influence on his journey. So even when he met some of these hitches, he didn't give up. He was still pushing through and all of that. So one of the lessons that I personally learned from this gentleman is that failure can redirect your life. So when you fail, you don't need to actually sit back and relax and then give up completely because he wanted a job and he couldn't get a job, and all of that. He decided to use that as a motivation. So sometimes when you fail, you need to start thinking about another chance again. It shows that you're actually on the right direction. And then he started with, start with what you have. So sometimes you need to start with what you have, learn value skills. Like me now, that's what I'm actually channeling my mind in it. And then quality creates opportunity. So he was spending more time to look at quality than any other thing. And then one important thing that made him to also push through again, he kept improving himself. And then now he actually used his setback as motivation from different angles and all of that. And then he decided to move further. All right. I just want to say something about the summary of Seyi and all of that. Seyi Vodi story is one transformation from the graduate of geology who struggled to find employment, to one of the Nigerian most recognized fashion entrepreneurs. So his journey shows persistence, developing practical skills, maintaining high standard, and responding constructively to setback can turn unexpected obstacles into opportunities. So whatever it is, we shouldn't give up. We should keep pushing through, and trust me, the Lord will come for us. Cheers. Have a wonderful evening and watch out for the next episode.